Hello, this is Swami Prabhudananda again. Sorry, there was this problem in with like now suddenly I can see that my uh, laptop is working, so we can continue with the class. Uh, uh, you know, if it is possible, if I don't know whether YouTube gives this notification or not to people that I'm online. If it does, then I will be very happy. I will be very thankful to them. So uh, uh, let's start what we're saying. You know, uh, uh, let me meditate for some time so that if people can join in, so we can start this. We're having a very good conversation. So if any of you was following this conversation, uh, is it possible for you to just write to me where we have stopped so that we can start from there? Uh, uh, so I'm going to meditate a little bit, 2 minutes, and then we are going to start. So if you remember from where we left, then I can start this again. So welcome back. So what we are discussing was this, that uh, uh, Krishna said that uh, that there are two paths. There are two paths. One is the path of Jnana Yoga. So the path of Jnana Yoga is followed by people who have already realized the self, who are the enlightened souls. And the path of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the path which is followed by people who have, who aspire for the self. So one who is an aspirant, for him it is Karma Yoga. So while we talk about Karma Yoga, we think that people who are very busy in their practical life, they are the people who are fit for Karma Yoga. It's not that. Anybody of us, all the spiritual aspirants of any but any path, whether they are from bhakti, whether they are from karma, whether they are from knowledge, whether they are from yoga, Raja Yoga, that is pranayama. For everybody, Karma Yoga is a must, because Karma Yoga talks about a very basic thing which is very helpful for all spiritual aspirants. Whenever we as a spiritual aspirant, when we uh, practice, so any given path, when we practice any given path, we get somehow attached to that path, number one. And number two is that we also get attached to the to the accomplishment, to the results. When we are supposed to just go deeper into the level of consciousness, what we do is we always want things to happen. And this only happens because we are attached to the results. So Karma Yoga says that your work is to just keep on working, not thinking about the result. So when I apply this in case of in case of spirituality, or in case of spiritual sadhana or spiritual aspirant, it means that an aspirant should only think about how to, if he is dedicated in, if he is engaged in meditation. Suppose he is meditating, his path is to meditate. Suppose his path is to meditate, so he should only concentrate on meditation in such a way that his mind, which is busy in thinking about other things while he is in the process of meditation, they stop. That means he should only think about or focus on the quality of He should only focus on the quality of of his concentration, and only by doing this he can attain the state of yoga. So he should not think about what is going to happen, what is happening or what is going to happen. You should not think about that. You should only think about what he is doing right now. What he's doing right now, that is only what he should think. And that was the point that I was trying to make, that while you are in the path of spirituality, you should not think about what you're going to get in return. Your only priority should be to devote yourself more and more in such a way that all this disturbance that are happening in your external and your internal world, which acts as a which acts as a you know which acts as an obstacle in your path, they should all leave, they should all go, so that you devote in this consciousness in such a way that you become that consciousness. So this is what Krishna had said, that lokesmin duvida pura lokesmin duvida nishta pura prokta maya naga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. There are two paths from the very, very ancient times. One is Jnana Yoga, but Jnana Yoga is for that person who has already attained enlightenment. And there is another path called Karma Yoga. And this Karma Yoga means that he is a spiritual aspirant. He is walking in the path of yoga. Okay. Now he says, Na karmana manarambha naishkarma purusha ashnute. This is a very, very important statement. This is a very, very bold statement. Everybody should follow this. Every spiritual person should follow this. When we talk about enlightenment, when we talk about enlightenment, or when we talk about yoga, what is that yoga? Yoga means when you go beyond your actions, when you don't need to do any actions. Why? Because actions are done to fulfill your needs. When you are into action, that means you are trying to fulfill your needs. So when you're trying to fulfill your needs, it means that you are not fulfilled, but you are fulfilled by nature. So when you think that you are not fulfilled, it means that you have ignorance. You are in the realm of ignorance. And that is why you need to move into that plane of consciousness where you can feel yourself to be the one who is always fulfilled. And the person who has attained that state where he can feel, where he can experience that he is fulfilled, he does not have any necessity, he does not have any desire, he does not have any needs, he does not have any shortfall. That is the person who has attained enlightenment. And because he has attained enlightenment, he has elevated himself into a state where he does not need to work. So that state is called Naishkarma. So the state of yoga or the state of enlightenment is also called Naishkarma. This is that state where you do not need to do any actions. So Krishna says that it is only by performing actions that you can elevate yourself into the state of actionlessness. Without doing any action. When it talks about action, it does not talk about only spiritual actions. That is, I'm meditating, I'm doing this, I'm reading, I'm doing these classes. Not only spiritual action, it talks about all the actions which we need to maintain our body, our mind, and our belongings, and and the people who depend upon us, or the people upon whom I depend. So this is the karma. This is the responsibility, this is the karma which I need to do to maintain my body, to maintain my mind, to maintain my intellect, to maintain the serenity of my mind, the peace of my mind, not only of myself, but also to people who are dependent on me, or I am dependent upon them. So this is all about karma. So without doing those karmas, if you skip doing this karma, no, I am a spiritual person, I don't have any responsibilities, I don't want to see my parents, I don't care about this person, I don't care about that. This attitude is is very harmful. This attitude is not going to lead you anywhere. Okay, you have to get rid of this kind of attitudes, this carelessness. This is carelessness. This is just running away from your duties. This is selfishness. Very, very perfect way of selfishness. I'm spiritual, I'm meditating, I don't care about this, I don't care. You have to care about everything which is which is associated with you, which is connected to you, and that is called karma. You need to care about everything. You need to care about the well-being not only of yourself, but also about people who are associated with you, connected with you. And if you can do this selflessly, not I'm doing this for him, so he is going to do something in return. This, if I have this attitude, that is also not karma yoga. That is also not karma yoga. So when I am doing karma yoga, it means that I am doing karma yoga in such a way that I am just fulfilling my responsibilities. I'm fulfilling my responsibilities, and when I'm fulfilling my responsibilities, that is the time when slowly I am elevating into the state of super consciousness or worklessness. So karma is a very, very essential part of our evolution. Karma is a very, very essential part of our well-being. Karma is a very, very essential part of our enlightenment, fulfillment, liberation, okay, freedom. So never neglect karmas. But karma yoga will teach us how to perform karma. In the second chapter, we had this, we have heard about a little bit about karma yoga, the principles of karma yoga. Now he in this chapter he is going to describe it very, 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 very descriptively, elaborately. He is going to talk about everything, the origination of karma, the dynamics of karma, the science behind karma, and what is the need of performing this karma yoga, and what happens after you have performed karma yoga, and why should a person perform karma yoga. Okay, so he says na karmana manarambha naishkarma purusha ashnute. Without performing actions means without performing your responsibilities, without looking around what to do for the well-being of yourself and the people around you. If you don't look at them, if you live a life of selfishness, close your eyes and just live, that is not going to do any good to you. Na karmana manarambha naishkarma purusha ashnute. Without fulfilling okay okay I will send you my WhatsApp number to you, so you can uh, you can contact me. Where do you live? Are you from Varanasi? Hello, Vidya. Are you from Varanasi? If you're from Varanasi, you can just come and visit our ashram. So anyway, so what I was saying was this, that na karmana manarambha naishkarma purusha ashnute. If you if you don't perform karma, if you don't perform karma, if you don't perform your responsibilities, then you are not going to attain the state of worklessness. And this worklessness is called yoga. So you are not going to attain anything. Okay? Na karma na manaramba, naish karma purusha ashnute, nacha sanyasana deva siddhir bhavati kaschana. Sorry. Nacha sanyasana deva siddhir samadhi gacchati. Nacha sanyasana deva siddhir samadhi gacchati. One of the very convenient path that some of us discover is to just go into retreats. I don't want to work. I am going to retreat. I am going to spend hours in meditation. I am going to spend days in meditation. I don't have any responsibilities. I am going to India. I'm going to India in some ashram. If it is an Indian, I don't want to do this work. I'm a spiritual person. And for some, they don't want to do any work in the external world. They just come and they take this kind of dress, they take this kind of dress, and that we are all sadhus. We are monks, we are all enlightened. Krishna says, with this kind of attitude, you are never going to attain self-realization. You are never going to attain enlightenment. If you run away from your duties, if you this kind of this is not renunciation, it's running away from your duties, running away from your responsibilities. If you run away from your responsibilities, you will never attain self-realization. You will never attain enlightenment. So don't run away from your duties. Do your duties, perform your duties with your whole mind, with the whole heart, perform your duties. Okay, so today we are going to stop here. It's 9:40. So next class we'll start from verse 5 of Karma Yoga. I hope that it helps you in some way, and we are going to meet again in Tuesday at 8:30. And please excuse me, because sometimes I'm very busy. There are a lot of people who comes here. We are doing a lot of activities. Many people are getting interested in spirituality. They are taking up this serious practice of spirituality. So sometimes when I talk to them, like for the whole day, or I stay with them, sometimes I become very tired. So in those days, probably I will not give classes, because I become very exhausted. So in those days you will have this notification that I'm not going to do the class. But in some way or the other, we will post some videos. Please continue watching them, and thank you for your support. And you can you're from West Bengal, okay? So you can go to our ashrams in Kolkata or in Siliguri, wherever you are. So please continue writing to me, and I will try to respond to your questions. Thank you very much, and see you on Tuesday 8:30. Thank you.